Alright guys, so now I'm going to break down the normal Y-flex tight formation. As a lot of you guys know, I was running the Denver playbook before switching to this, and the normal Y-flex out of that formation is pretty much the main scheme. So I wanted to complement that, or I wanted to add this to my Carolina scheme that I already have, and the plays are pretty similar actually. So we don't have the play circle, but we can recreate circle out of the play PA read, as I'll show you here. Now the audibles are going to be very simple. I'm going to show you the scheme versus man coverage first. So the audibles are going to be smash corners, PA read, corner strike, and then the halfback quick base. The main plays versus man coverage are PA read and corner strike. For those of you that aren't aware, C routes beat pretty much any defense outside of a cover 2 sink, but they absolutely kill 2-man under. You literally, as soon as they make their break, or even slightly before they make their break, simply throw a pass lead to the outside. And on this play, you have it to both sides of the field. Pick up nice, huge chunks of yards, and simply they can't stop it if they're in 2-man under. The only adjustment that I will sometimes make to this is I will sometimes curl either the slot receiver or the tight end depending on who I think they're going to use or guard. So literally, you can just throw the curl route down. You see that you can pick it up. Gives you an additional read if they're in man coverage. Say they're putting both their safeties in purple, whatever the case may be. That is something that you can actually mix in from time to time. So that's really the only time I really love to run corner strike, is if I see a lot of 2-man under. But it is, out of all the plays in this book, my main 2-man under beater. So the play PA read, as I mentioned, you can set up just like you would circle. Now this is not a quick pass play by any means. It takes quite a few adjustments, but this is pretty much how everybody's running circle. They're fading the tight end, they're doing the motion slant trick to the outside right receiver, and they're putting in hitch route on the guy in the slot. So what that does is that actually is going to create the high-low read going from right to left, and both are going to beat man coverage. As you see there, simple, that's the PA end-around route, beats pretty much everything. And it's a dominant route to begin with. If you want to quick hike this play, my recommendation is to slant the tight end and just hike the ball. By doing that, I got nanoed somehow. Doing that, you're simply going to make the correct read. A lot of times it will be that drag route coming across the middle as your first read. The thing that's goofy about this set is this tight end can get pressed, as you guys are seeing. So putting him on a slant doesn't always work. So the motion slant will 100% always work, and that's going to beat his man every single time. So highly recommend when using this formation that you don't focus too much on the quick hike and actually get your hot routes in. You don't have to put him on a fade. You don't have to block the running back. But I would highly recommend doing the motion slant trick. And I just threw a random pass right there. But this motion slant, as I said, is always going to work. So pretty much you can play mix and match how you want. I'm getting screamed at. I'm not happy about it. But block the running back is ideal. You could also fade the tight end and then just run it like this. And pretty much hit the high-low read coming from the left to right. So this play is pretty dominant. It's a play that a lot of people use, but it is something that is definitely nice. Another thing you can do is you can actually hitch route the tight end in this formation. So not only can you hitch route the guy on the left, hitch route the guy on the right, pass lead down, quick, nice, simple, 3, 4, 5 yards. So that's pretty much PA read. And then play smash corners is the way that I run smash corners is obviously versus man coverage, you want to just throw to the corner routes. However, I don't use that play when I see man press. When I think it is zone coverage, that is when I utilize that play a lot. And the reasoning behind it, as I will show you here, is if your opponent does not press, regardless of what it is, if they do not press, you can simply throw these hitch routes down, and you can throw it to both sides. Now the guy that is on the right cannot be picked even with a pass commit. They have to manually play that because he's off the line of scrimmage. The guy on the left, if they pass commit and their linebacker is in a flat zone, sometimes he will ignore the corner out and actually shoot right out. If he does that, you don't want to throw the guy on the left. So you want to counter that. You can simply put the guy on the left on a smoke screen, and now even if the guy shoots out, he won't play the smoke screen. That is the way that I run this play. Is I pretty much just call it. If I see off coverage, I don't care what they're in. I smoke screen the outside left guy, hike the ball, throw to one of the smash routes, pick up nice, quick, easy yards. If you see them, shooting out to play the guy that is on the right, and they say they have the guy on the left manned up, don't forget that the running back coming across the middle is always a pretty safe read if they are focusing too hard on the guys on the outside. And you can just typically throw the ball to him pretty much right away. So I don't focus too much on the corner routes. I abuse the outside routes. Practice mode's acting a fool right now, so you're not going to see the full depth of this play. But just be aware that this is a amazing play to run if you see off coverage. If I see off this play and pretty much quick hike it all game long if my opponent lets me. Quick base, not an amazing run. I typically just see if the hole's there. If your opponent comes out in something like quarter or something along those lines, that is when you really want to use that. But the passing plays out of this set are fantastic. Now, the only thing that I did not hit on, and the only thing this formation is actually missing, is the PA seams play out of Denver. And the PA seams play has two unbumpables on the outside, which absolutely torch man coverage, or man press, I should say. You can use the play FL drive. The guy that is on the left will beat his man if it is like a man press. I don't think I have anything that will show that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. Going to look one more time. I'll show you how it'll work versus two-man under, and you can just see that if the tight end is not there, you'll be able to just bomb your opponent. So it pretty much, if you see them biting down with their safety a lot, actually, here we go, cover one press. If you see them biting down with their safety on the left a lot, this is a play that you could run. I tend, when I'm running this play, I tend to max protect, drag the outside guy on the right, and slant the inside guy on the left. And you'll always have that step on the guy on the left. He didn't absolutely burn him like he does a lot, but he did burn him enough to where you see he always will have that step and pretty much always there for an easy completion if they press. So that is the completion of my normal Y flex tight scheme. And pretty much PA read is good versus everything. Smash corners is amazing versus any sort of off coverage, whether it be man or zone. And then corner strike is pretty much used primarily as a two-man under beater. It will beat man press. This is, as you see here, pretty much if they're in man and they press, you're just going to cook them with these C routes. So good complement. If you don't like the C routes, you could use the FL drive play. But as you see on the left, those C routes are dominant to pretty much both sides of the field. So hope you guys enjoyed this part of the scheme. I'm going to break down the final formation that I use, and that is going to be a combination of the split panther and the tray open. So I actually use both, and I'll be breaking them down in the next video.